Tell me what are you doing now to help empower others, to help people break through those mental limitations?
Well, now after this call, I'm going to send Eric a text and catch up with him. He's a friend of mine. Lives in Golden, Colorado. I live in Castle Rock, Colorado. I didn't know you met Eric. He's a great guy. So I'll have to reach out to him because he does his that event. Was it called What's Your Everest? I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Been there a couple times.
Nice, nice. And Crested Butte is it's an amazing place. And getting outside, nature is very healing. It's very recharging. Nature is nurturing. It's amazing how you feel when you get out there and you get away from technology and you kind of unplug. That's what the human mind and body needs more often than not. Most people are stuck on their phones. And all of a sudden, let's say you're on Instagram, you're scrolling through and you look at your watch and an hour and a half has passed. What have you accomplished? Nothing. Go out, get outside, go for a walk. Get grounded in who you are with your values and who you want to be. And what I'm doing now, helping other people, is I take a group up Kilimanjaro, which is the highest mountain in Africa. I take a group up Kilimanjaro every year as a fundraiser for a cancer charity. This year it was for the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition, and it was my 25th trip up the highest mountain in Africa. And when we have the average success rate on the mountain is 48%. My groups are at 99% success rate because we do things differently. I was adopted into the local Chugga tribe, and they treat me like a brother now, and they treat everyone who's with me like family. And it's tremendous. And we also use it as an immersive coaching experience on the mountain. We call it the ultimate life climb. And we help people understand that if you raise your standards, you're going to have a higher purpose in life. So I do a lot of keynote speaking. I have an online 3-week mindset challenge that helps people utilize their own personal core values to get more from life, more from themselves, more from everything. And I just want people to, yes, be inspired. We talked about it before we started recording, be inspired, but external motivation, and it just doesn't last. So you have to learn how to empower other people. And the only way to do that is not through telling them what to do, but encouraging them to do it on their own. So going back to the Kilimanjaro analogy, I lead from behind, and I encourage people to go out and explore on their own.
Tell me a little bit more about this external motivations versus internal. What is it that's the fleeting part about the external motivations?
Well, a great example. When I got to the top of Mount Everest, don't get me wrong, it was beautiful. Knowing that I was higher than anything else in the world, and accomplished what people thought was physiologically impossible. Climbing Everest with one lung, you can't do that. It's like, well, that's probably how you feel about your abilities, not how I feel about my abilities. And I've always thought that what I say is about me, what you hear is about you. And people need to realize that they need to stop projecting themselves on others. And when I got to the top, most people think, well, that's fantastic, that's it. But you have to realize when you get to the summit of any mountain, you're only halfway. You have to get back down. So it didn't take me long to realize once you reach the top of any mountain, there are going to be other peaks to climb, other mountains to climb. I've done the World Championship Ironman triathlon in Hawaii. And numerous marathons. Once you cross the finish line, there are going to be other races to run. Once you reach your goal, you're going to start increasing and increasing it and pushing the limits and pushing the envelope, pushing the limits. There's always going to be something else to do. But if you start to learn and understand what that means to you and why you're doing it, and again, it goes back to your personal core values, you enjoy the journey. You enjoy the trip. You enjoy the process. Yes, you want to reach the goal, but let's say you want to buy a Ferrari. Great. You know what? The Ferrari with time is going to rust out. Then what? You're going to want another one? Great. Well, what's the purpose of getting a Ferrari? Does it mean that you have security for your family because you have the money to afford a Ferrari? If that's the case, then appreciate that, not the thing. So I think once you can help people appreciate and understand the meaning behind the summit, the purpose behind the peak, then you can really start empowering people to go after it for the right reasons.